quick rundown of how I at Rotary. Again, this is just me. Everybody else does it different. This is just what works for me. So I lay a bead of compound, right? Speed 1, I catch it and I spread it around flat, right? I work it in a little bit flat, go to speed 3, and then I start tipping and ripping. So what that means is that is flat, and then I just tip it just a little bit. And you always got to watch your trail. So you're going to have a bigger trail, and then you're going to have a thinner trail. You want to watch the thinner trail because that's giving the most cut. If you're watching the bigger trail, you're going to have uneven cuts. And when you're polishing, it's kind of like painting. You don't want to just like go all kinds of crazy ways. I mean, you can. Everybody's different. I like to go very consistent patterns, and I'm always watching the trail mark as if coloring in every inch of the panel. Obviously, I avoid certain grooves and stuff. I'll come in behind with the smaller polisher, and then I go to speed 4, and that makes the compound start turning translucent, and you're basically sort of finishing it out. After that, I finish off even more by having the pad flat. I lay it flat, and then I polish it out. The reason why you want to do that is it's going to lessen the trail marks that you created from tipping and ripping, because that's a more aggressive way of polishing, and then you kind of finish it off. That way it makes your polishing stage, your second stage, a lot more easier. Because most cases, the polishing stage, what I do with my DA, it'll take much longer to do. And that's just how I do it. If somebody does it different, they're probably not wrong. It's just their way of doing it. When I learn myself, I look at different people, how they polish, and then I put it together and make my own. When you're learning something, you can't really come in the mindset with, oh, well, I've been doing it this way, it works for me. Well, you don't know that. If you've been doing it only this way all your life, you don't know if you can better yourself. Try different methods. Maybe doing it your way is best, and maybe adding a little bit of someone else's technique to your technique is going to make it better. You just have to be a little bit open-minded. When you're working each little area, some areas might need more attention than others. It's all about eyesight. Don't be a robot when you're polishing. It's a common mistake. It's all about patience. You can't just count passes, right? I look at the compound. Once the compound is translucent, again, not dry, because that's different. That's not good for your panel. Because polishes have those little abrasives, right? And they always start off a certain size, and then they go down as you're working it in. And that's basically you're finishing it off. Even though it is a heavy cut, you can still finish off with a heavy cut. And you come behind with the finer polish, and then you're doing the same thing. You're finishing off even finer. So you always want to look at the compound, and you want to look at your defects. I got this ugly glob over here. And how I catch it is speed 1, you're tipping it at an angle. You want to sort of catch it right here at the 1 o'clock. You're grazing the panel, and then you set it flat. That way you're not swinging it everywhere. There's people that don't agree with, tip and ripping it. The thing is, if you know what you're doing, it's not a problem. You can damage your paint no matter what style you do. So if that's the case, why polish at all? Might as well just hand polish. That's the safest way, right? People that just polish flat using a different pad, it's fine. That's not the wrong way. It's just their way. You're going to have a lot more aggressive trail marks, deeper cut. When you lay the pad flat, finish off the trail marks, and then you go behind with the second step. So in my opinion, it's a little bit faster. Most of the compound tends to go to the center, so don't be quick to add more compound as you're polishing if you need some. Just lay it flat, run it some, it'll add some of the compound, and then finish off. Here I'm showing you the before and after rotary polish. A lot less scratches. Obviously you can't get the deeper scratches out. This is also before on a different panel, and then after. It's still hazy, but again, this is only the cut from the rotary. So when I'm doing the second stage, you don't have to sit there and prime the pad for 6 hours straight. You can literally just put some dabs on your pad and then go straight to the panel. You don't have to dab your polisher all over the panel. Stay at speed 1, spread it around. That's you priming it. And then after about 30-40 seconds, go ahead to your speed 3 or 4 or whatever polishing speed you use. Hopefully this video helps. This is just my tips and tricks and how I use the Rotary. And if you like seeing my content, please like, share, and subscribe. That's going to help me out a lot.